crossed my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Pisces, welcome to your January 2020 reading. Happy New Year, you guys. Happy decade. I know you guys are feeling the shift, feeling these new energies, because Pisces are really in tune with cycles. So I'm really excited and ready to see what's going on for us in January. And I am recording these videos pretty early on in the month. So we have pretty much the rest of the month. It's January 3rd as I record this. So Pisces, I sat with our energy. I shuffled the cards. I have our card here. This is the moon card. This is our energy. Let's see what's right behind us before we shuffle. Oh, Ace of Swords. Pisces, this energy was pretty important to us as we ended 2019. And I say that because I think it was like October, November, December, around that time, like the last 4 months of 2019. We had the Ace of Swords come up a lot for me personally, and it also came up a lot in other readings. I just kept seeing the Ace of Swords. So this being the card right behind the moon card, first of all, the moon card, other than Pisces, this card does represent illusion, like something that's being hidden, a secret, even something that we're afraid of. So that can be associated as well with this Ace of Swords. We might be afraid of clarity, Pisces. We may be afraid of clarity, being ruled by Neptune and things always being kind of more behind the scenes for us and illusions. Speaking of behind the scenes, we are going through 12th house energy at the end of January. At the beginning of January, we're going through 11th house energy. So we're getting fucking very close to our birthdays, aren't we, Pisces? Like only 2 months away. Wow. It's kind of crazy. Whew, I hope we're ready. But yeah, this looks like clarity when it comes to darkness, like actually being victorious and speaking our truth. Behind the Ace of Swords is the Page of Swords. So wow, this is interesting, Pisces. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, all right, might be important, but this to me is like something that Pisces has been waiting to say. We may even be doing some investigating when it comes to the truth, and we might be doing that in regards to like going behind the scenes, especially at the end of January. That's when we go through 12th house. In Pisces, we are the 12th house. So we know how to navigate through those mutable waters of surrender and endings. I thought it was very, very interesting that we started the new year off with the moon in Pisces this year. So this whole year has something to do with our energy. I think that makes Pisces a very significant player subconsciously, especially Pisces moon, Pisces rising too. But yeah, this is needing to know the truth. Okay, somebody here may have something to say to us, Pisces. Behind the Page of Swords is the Fool. So this is about some kind of risk or new beginning. Wow, maybe it has something to do with reconciliation. We do have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here very strongly, or we are taking on, you know, the Queen of Swords. And if we have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy in our chart, it may help us because we're getting kind of detached. We may be cutting out certain emotions or connections with people, but we're getting very clear. We don't want to emotionally connect with people who don't give us clarity, who don't, you know, who aren't truthful to us. It's very important that our relationships, Pisces, are truthful and clear, because everything else to a Pisces is crazy and fantasy. Like, we would like our relationships to be real because we have Virgo as our 7th house on the wheel. So some kind of new beginning, but we need to know more about this new beginning in January. We may be spying, or, you know, this is a younger energy. It could be the energy of a child, but this is the card right behind us, Pisces, the Ace of Swords. So new beginnings mentally, even though it's kind of dark and unknown, we need to do this intuitively. Our dreams could be giving us a lot of clarity, Pisces, for sure. So there's something here about new beginnings mentally, victory, new, maybe communication, but enlightenment, though, the Ace of Swords is to me. It's literally a new beginning. So I know that at least mentally, we may not feel this way emotionally, Pisces. We may not be feeling this passionately. It may not be happening in a way where we can touch it and tangibly and have it like this, but it is happening in our mind first, okay? So let's go ahead and shuffle and see what's going on. What's going on for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising for January 2020? What's going on for Pisces? What's the messages for Pisces universe for January 2020? All right, yeah. So, 10 of Wands came out by itself, and then we have the 7 of Swords and High Priestess. Wow. All right, Pisces. So let's talk about this first. The Ten of Wands. We are starting January out. This is the strongest card because it's the first tarot card, and I'm associating this with like the beginning of January. So the first day, the first few days, the first week, even, and maybe even has something to do with the first couple weeks of the first half of January. Okay, it really depends. We could feel this at any time in January, but we're starting this reading off with the Ten of Wands, a heaviness. Absolutely necessary that we let go of these burdens, Pisces. It's a new decade. It's a new decade. It's a new year. If there was any time to release the past, it would be now. Like, it is a vibe right now to just kind of start over. A lot of us are feeling this. And because of what the universe is doing this month, Pisces, all this newness, it's really literally commanding us, and we have no choice pretty much. It's going to be very, very painful for those of us, not even just Pisces, but all of us who just hang on to old burdens from the past decade. This is a 10. Every 10 brings completion, so we know that there's some kind of heavy burden we need to let go of. It probably has something to do with the message that came out right after that. We have the High Priestess here. Okay, these two cards are going to be associated with each other because they came out together, but let's talk about the High Priestess first. My favorite card of the entire tarot deck. Also Pisces energy, maybe Cancer, but this is the energy of the moon. The High Priestess is ruled by the moon, even more so than the actual moon card. So this could be Cancer, for sure, if you're dealing with a Cancer or Pisces, but let's just say the High Priestess is the secret keeper, the secret knower. Intuitive Pisces, this is intuitive energy. We're going to be very, very secretive and operating behind the scenes at the beginning of January. Preparing ourselves for the 12th house of endings, okay, and our birthday's coming up in a couple months. So there's something that is probably not really clear to you, Pisces, with the High Priestess, but knowing us, where we've had an intuitive vibe, it has something to do with the Seven of fucking Swords. I don't like this energy because this is a lie, okay? This is something going on now, Pisces. I don't know what fish are you, what side of the spectrum you're operating on, but I'm just going to read the cards. This is something that's being kept a secret in January, and it has something to do with sneaking, lying, cheating, trying to get away with something in the shadows at nighttime. Okay, hopefully I have time to clarify our reading, because that right there is like, so some of us have an intuitive knowing. The letter B or J may be important here, but some of us have an intuitive knowing that there's just something that isn't right at the beginning of January. We may have to lie. We may have to, like, let me just say, the Seven of Swords does have a more positive meaning that you just have to strategize. We may be secretly strategizing. I do feel kind of like an interesting feeling in my chest right now as I say that. So I think most of us are just secretly strategizing. You know, we're not really revealing our plan. Okay, especially those of us who have to end some kind of burden. Some of us are just keeping it a secret that we're actually burdened. But wow, let's move on. Okay, bottom of the deck is the Eight of Swords. So this is a situation that we feel trapped in. We feel stuck. You know, we have detached ourselves as much as we can as Pisces from our emotion. And this has really trapped us in our head. And we're keeping ourselves trapped in a certain place, Pisces. It might involve someone who is trapped somewhere, like jail, or, you know, I don't know. Oh, wow. Behind that Eight of Swords is the Ten of Swords. So this is an ending. This is a painful ending to a situation we have felt trapped in. It might just be a way of thinking, Pisces. A mindset, self-imprisonment. This is all in your mind, but the Ten of Swords is bringing an ending. We have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So an ending to a situation that we've felt stuck in, that has done nothing but cause us pain. It has done nothing but force us into the position of a victim, which is the darkest shadow side of Pisces. A victim. I'm on the ground like, no, Pisces is the strongest zodiac sign. We are wisest, we're oldest. And when we just embrace these kind of situations, because we're old enough to know, we've been around long enough to know that in the end, it's our pain that writes on us. It's our pain that is actually makes us human, makes us aware that we were a human and alive. Okay, not to justify this, because this hurts, right? This is backstabbing, betrayal, you know, pain. Okay, but it's ending. The light at the end of the tunnel is finally showing itself, Pisces, and it's just trying to eliminate this prison that we've been in, this false imprisonment. Okay, and it could involve a fire sign or a Cancer. I see Leo, Cancer here, definitely Leo and Aquarius. Wow. So we have regret and depression, Pisces. We may even have to, we might be focusing on like, God, I need to hurry up with this reading. I do this with Pisces readings, and we only have a certain amount of time this month. We definitely have Leo here. You could be dealing with a Leo. There might be a Leo who messages you, text messages you this month in January. Wow, Pisces, look at this. Saturn and Capricorn, ending cycles for us. Toxic cycles are over for us, Pisces. And there's a lot of transformation here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Capricorn, but I just see this as an ending to a cycle that was toxic. It might involve like a codependent relationship. And we have a new beginning here in January in a home environment or maybe in a relationship. We may just jump into a new relationship, specifically with like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And again, we have Leo. Now, let me get back to this message because some of us are focusing on, like, we're really depressed about a home environment or our future. Like, this is someone who's stuck on the past, but it's interesting because it's coming out with a future card. So we have to really decide, Pisces, if our future is going to be defined by the depression that was our past, okay? And again, we have Leo, Aquarius. We have two Leos here. Somebody here may have, like, double Leo energy. And we have Aquarius and Cancer. So the sun and the stars, and it's like moving forward, taking action if you're not dealing with a Cancer or a Leo. But this all is happening so that we can be released from a very painful prison. Like, whoa, isn't this Pisces, if I've ever seen it? So let's continue, Pisces. What's going on for January for Pisces 2020? Messages for Pisces for January 2020, please. Show me Pisces for January 2020. That is so many cards, but that's because there's a lot changing, Pisces. We have manifested something. We have been doing rituals. We are magic as fuck. This is the planet Mercury that has just entered. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take these cards because they did come out. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the Nine of Cups. So Pisces, this is our ruling planet Jupiter, which is now in Capricorn. You know, Jupiter moved into Capricorn on December 2nd. So ever since that shift, you know, since we're ruled by Jupiter, this has turned our fate. You know, we are literally avatars for Jupiter. It's our like we are traditionally ruled by Jupiter. I know Sag is ruled by Jupiter too, but wow, Pisces, this is a shift in destiny. This is an ending to a cycle. And it comes out with the Hermit card. So you could be dealing with a Virgo, or maybe you're just like kind of spending time spiritual, reflecting on all that has changed or all that you feel is changing the beginning of January. I see some of you guys, you know, there might be a lot of Pisces out there who are quiet, meditative, reflecting in a place of like self reflection. And I'm telling you, you might be feeling a little bit alone, Pisces, but you are not alone because you literally are accompanied by destiny and some kind of wish come true. Like, I believe by the end of the first week of January, or maybe the second week of January, there's some kind of turning of events that turns things, it changes things in a way where you, like, Pisces are coming out of isolation because of their wish, because of some kind of emotional fulfillment. And you could be dealing with a Virgo, a Taurus, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, or Leo. And again, bottom of the deck is the Magician. So this is Mercury and Jupiter showing up in the moon. Those are planets showing up. Now we have Neptune. So it is going to involve a sacrifice, Pisces. This change by the second half of January, when we head into Aquarius, we will be enlightened about something. We will need to change our perspective, or our perspective is going to change about comfort, about, you know, sacrifice and holding on, something we need to let go of. Because we're trying to manifest resources for ourselves. You know, we are tired of feeling like we don't have enough when we're literally genies. Like, why would a fairy or a unicorn or a wizard or a witch, like Pisces is all those things, why would a mermaid stress out? Why would someone this magical stress out about, you know, losing a home, losing a job, losing a tangible resource, when we literally know, Pisces, that we're magical? We can think something. We've got Mercury and Neptune here. Pisces, this is some kind of ritual or something, okay? And that's a synchronicity. It's 6 o'clock. My watch just went off. But we're manifesting something. This is about believing the second half of January that we have enough resources to manifest a home environment, manifest something that we felt left out in the cold, financial conflict. That's changing. There's some kind of wish come true, Pisces, for you this month. And I'm telling you what, it's coming true because you have isolated yourself with destiny. Now we have the Nine of Swords to tell me that we do have anxiety this month, okay? We have an Aries here that might be important. Some of us are just really anxious about how to take control, right? This might be a father figure or an authority figure, someone who wears a uniform. Behind the Emperor is the Eight of Pentacles. This is about authority at work. Somebody here is a boss or something like that. You may work with an Aries, or This might be about some kind of project. This is Virgo energy as well, but we're working really hard, Pisces, at taking our power back, knowing who we are, but this is just an underlying energy for something that has got us up late at night. Like these burdens in January, maybe December too, shit. These burdens in January, we've lost sleep, haven't we, Pisces? We have, and we don't mind losing sleep because Pisces rules sleep. But this might be when some of that energy starts entering Aquarius season at the end of especially for Pisces rising. We may, 12th house energy, this moon energy, the secrets, the darkness, this is a psychic attack, insomnia, nightmares. It's all because we need to let something go. And we came into the new year knowing exactly who and what and where we need to let go. We've had anxiety about this. And it's all because Pisces need to take control, okay? By Aries season, we should not be. After our birthdays, like, that's another message here, is like, we have to come into Aries season this year different, as a more empowered self than all. And for real, this could be a father figure, like your father or a grandfather, a boss, maybe the father of your children or something like that, causing this anxiety, causing this worry. So let's continue. I know we're going to be anxious after we let this burden go. Yeah, after we let this burden go. It was a comfort zone. It was a foundation. Look, we have the Empress now. That's the female version of the Emperor. We have the divine masculine. We have the divine feminine. Pisces, this is definitely about maybe twin flame energy or some kind of relationship. This is a mother showing up now. Some of you guys are pregnant with anxiety, or you have anxiety about your own mother or some kind of mother figure. But this is a beautiful woman. This is Libra Taurus energy in Aries. It's Venus, okay? So, yeah, there's something we need to know at the end of this January. There's something that someone may be spying on us because they're attracted to us or something like that. I mean, even though we're anxious, we are anxiously beautiful, Pisces. Like, we're still very attractive. And out comes the Chariot. This is Cancer showing up. So, you could be dealing with a Cancer, especially because it's coming out underneath this High Priestess. That's Cancer as well. We have someone who has a Cancer moon. Now, that to me is talking about the full moon eclipse in Cancer. That may be the time frame for when some kind of lie or deception or sneaky energy that you already know. If this is someone else, Pisces, you already have an intuitive knowing for sure. About this lie or whatever. If this is just a plan or a strategy, you may have to come up with some kind of plan or secret strategy around. That's going to be a crazy eclipse for you. Pisces, this eclipse is happening in our 5th house of romance. So I don't know what's going on here. Some of us might be anxious about a Cancer, or there may be a Cancer who is linked to this anxiety, sleepless nights over a Cancer, secrets. But we're moving forward in spite of obstacles of anxiety. We're going to move forward at the end of this month, whether we're anxious or not. Okay? So, yeah, please keep in mind that there's a full moon in Cancer this month. It's going to be really powerful. It's going to be an eclipse. It will illuminate lies and deceit. And we will need to come up with some kind of plan in order to reach our wish fulfillment here. And we're going to have to be very wise about our own emotional fulfillment, Pisces. If there's anything we know, it's what emotionally fulfills us, right? The bottom of the deck for this Chariot is the Sun. So Leo energy again, Leo Cancer. This may be the energy of a child, but this is happiness, clarity, joy. Behind the Sun is the Tower. Whoa. So this is like shocking revelations here, like a lot of change. This is something that comes in and unexpectedly makes you really, really happy. Wow, you manifested this, Pisces. Wow, you did some kind of ritual or something. You manifested this Tower. Well, you were manifesting greater happiness for yourself. And I don't think you really cared what the price was. But I'm telling you what, I watched a reading for Pisces last night. And it also talked about some kind of Tower in January that we manifested with a ritual. And now that's coming out from my reading. So we've got Mars and Mercury here. That may be some planets that matter to you. But this is some change. Like, we're very happy, or we're gonna be happy that this ends. It could be the ending to a relationship or a home environment. But it was something that was keeping us from taking action properly. It was something that, Mars did move into Sagittarius. That squares you, Pisces. So you have no choice but to like compromise and with the universe and take action in a better way this month. When it comes to like your career maybe or your future, like this is crumbling now so that the next 10 years for you doesn't suck, But back to this Sun card, you're moving forward with clarity, victory. It might have to do with a vehicle. The Chariot is a vehicle to me. What else do we have for Pisces for January 2020? Messages for Pisces, specifically as they close out this month. Those two cards were, again, a manifested ending. You wanted a magical ending. You manifested this ending in such a magical way. Maybe it has to do with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it's an action you're taking on your own to be independent. We have the Tower again sneaking out right there. So you may shock other people this month, Pisces, but you are magically ending things. You are manifesting the ending to your own pain. You are manifesting the light at the end of your own tunnel, and that might be relevant to the end of January, okay? I do see communication coming in, but show me like just the end of January for Pisces 2020. Anything that you can, Spirit. What is the end? Okay, those two cards came out. Gotta keep them. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Swords, communication coming in, new beginnings with the Fool card. It might be a little weird to some people. It might be unpredictable or strange to other people, but you're jumping in. And it's a new beginning, maybe with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's get one more card for you, Pisces. Give me one more card, please. For Pisces, January 2020. Give me one more card, Spirit. Just one crisp, clear card, please, for Pisces, universe. For the end of January 2020. One more card. End of January for Pisces 2020. Okay. Two cards, but that's all right. Wow, the bottom of our deck for the whole month, the whole reading, is the Two of Swords, that indecision. Some of us, this is a stagnation, something that we don't want to choose. And the cards that came out was the Strength card and the World. And it's interesting, we have both the World and the Wheel of Fortune in our reading, Pisces. So this has everything to do with cycles that have been holding us back. A lot of us have been feeling really depressed and emotionally conflicted, not just in January, but always. We're gaining clarity over why certain cycles had to happen in the past. Okay, please do not enter February, because February is our time, Pisces. After the February 19th, it'll be Pisces season. Please don't allow yourself to enter February with regret. Somebody here wants forgiveness or something like this. We just need closure, right, Pisces? Pisces. We need closure here by the end of January with pretty much everybody and everything. Closure is important to Pisces, because if not, we walk away with emotional conflict. But we are getting clarity, especially if we're dealing with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer. There may be a Cancer that comes to communicate with you about, emotional conflict, regret, disappointment. Something needs to change here at an emotional level with you and another person in order for this cycle. This is ending either way, all right? But Pisces, this has held us back. This is Leo, okay, as well. These cycles may have to do with Leo. But yeah, this is literally we've been held back karmically, and I feel like we are no longer held back karmically at the end of January, meaning that it's up to us. I'm not saying that we didn't have free will up until now, but if you have felt that feeling, if you felt stuck or trapped or something, Pisces, like you had to stay with a certain person, had to stay at a certain location, I'm telling you what, it's like a lion that's getting set free. Okay, and we do have a lion here too. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio on this card. So you could be dealing with a fixed sign, but some of us regret some kind of, we're looking back at what didn't work out because we still want clarity. We're still hoping certain people communicate with us. Because Pisces, we can feel that a certain cycle in chapter, this is that decade energy, this is the new year. We really are ending cycles, specifically Aquarius and Pisces and Capricorn are really, really ending cycles around this time of year, because our birthdays come so close to the new year, and we're going through our solar returns of clarity so soon after the beginning of a decade. Basically, we're the zodiac signs that our energy starts out the new year, right? So what I'm saying is there are real chapters ending for Pisces in Aquarius and Capricorn. Real closure. And we're hoping that before this chapter ends forever, before we move or leave or block somebody or whatever it is, before this is actually over, we're really looking, some of us are looking back hoping to gain clarity. because this card is a little bit different for Pisces. This card it comes up for lots of people, but when it comes up for you, Pisces, specifically right now in January, our emotional regret, like, you know, Pisces are always in emotional regret, disappointment. We feel that from others. We feel other people's regret. We take on other people's emotional depression and conflict, right? So this card is a little bit different for us this month. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that this is different. Like, there's clarity. This may be, it's not just something small or something temporary. Like, this may be like clarity over the past 10 years. I'm not sure where I was going with that, because I think there's just a lot of feelings there for somebody, and we really need clarity. Someone is going to come communicate with us at the end of the month, Pisces, and it's going to be when we're really sad. I feel Pisces is going to be a little sad at the end of January. Nothing new, you know, nothing that we don't already see coming. And we're not sad for the same old reasons. We're sad because something is really over. And we know because we gain clarity about it. It might have something to do with this, something we knew intuitively that we're lying to ourselves about. You know, this is a combination of someone who isn't listening to their intuition. You know, your intuition will never lie to you, Pisces. So I do see specifically a Cancer, or maybe you know, it's just whatever you had anxiety about, Pisces, at the second half of January, whatever's been keeping you up at night, keeping you from moving forward. Because I do feel this energy of, like, we know we're being held back at the end of January, and if we continue to allow ourselves to be held back in February, it's going to be our own fault, because I see here in the cards that these cycles are over. These cycles are over. So it's like, I don't want to say this to you, sweet fish, but it's the cards. It's something I have to tell you, like the crying over spilt milk energy. It's not really that, Pisces. Like, maybe this is someone else, but I'm telling you what, there's some hardcore cycles that are ending. And I think this is a cycle of regret that's ending. So, you know, early February, we will not be feeling this. We'll just be feeling this like the last week. Like, we're basically sad to have to end certain cycles, to have to walk away from certain people. Gemini, Libras, Aquarius. Aside from that, though, this is in the name of our clarity. The universe is bringing Pisces clarity, and it's the sharp-ass truth. Some of us might even be being this Queen of Swords. Like, we're really cutting certain people off because we're tired of losing sleep over people who don't even blink over us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least they don't let us know that. So I don't know if these people are coming in to communicate, but it better be truthful, because we have no fucking time. We have no time to further put ourselves in emotional conflict. We're not going into February like that. I rebuke that. We are not going into February still stuck in the past. Like, what is a decade to Pisces when we constantly are swimming in this ocean of emotion? Other people's emotion, the emotion that hasn't been felt yet, emotion that was felt in the past, emotion you're feeling now. You know, that's why the Two of Swords is at the bottom. We have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, we have a hardcore Leo showing up here, Sagittarius, Aries. And I do feel like people are gonna, there are people still hanging on to you, Pisces, that are hanging on to a reconciliation. This may not even be our own regret. You know what I'm saying? It might not. Some people regret letting things end with us, or they regret, you know, how that chapter went, but I do see us taking action. We have a lot of admirers. We're looking very, very attractive. You know, somebody here is embodying the sunlight. And there's other people here. There's at least 6 people, or I would say at least 5 to 6 people who admire you, Pisces, that are texting you. This is a congratulations. We take an action. The Queen of Wands is all about being feisty, confident, taking action. You know, make sure your appearance is good in January, Pisces, because there will be spotlights put on you, and there will be admirers because of that. But I'm telling you, we have the Two of Swords. So ultimately, there's some kind of decision that we haven't made up until January. But I think January is the time to make a decision with all these chapters closing out. There might be a fire sign specifically that is really hanging on to you still. Aries, Leo, Sag, specifically Sag, but we have a lot of Leo. You know, Queen of Wands is Leo, Sun is Leo, Strength is Leo. You may have Leo energy, or somebody has Leo energy, but we've got to make our mind up, Pisces, because we've got the wheel, we've got the world. Like, wow, are these cycles really, really coming to a close for us? You know, we've been very wise about our destiny and our fate up until this point, and now that these chapters are really coming to an end, you know, we're gonna Stop holding ourselves back. There may be something we need to tame at the end of the month, or maybe there's something that is holding us back at the end of the month, but we do have the world. Oh my God, I want to clarify real quick, Pisces. I just want to clarify this high priest. Hello, Sagittarius. So, okay, the Temperance card just came out, but so this may have something to do with the Sagittarius, this Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. There's a lie that we intuitively know, Pisces. Okay, there's something here with this High Priestess. I could talk about this combination here for hours, but follow your intuition, Pisces. And some of you, wow. We're going to have a lot to stand up for, Pisces. This is new love that we've been very patient for, and we may have to strategize in order to, like, we've been keeping this a secret. This may be a new Sagittarius for some of us. But if it's not, then maybe this is a child. There may be a Sagittarius child for some of you, but I'm going to just be real. This is new love, emotion, feelings, and healing that we've been very, very patient for. Years in the making. That is what this secret is. This is what is being kept from you. You know what I'm saying? Be careful not to deceive your own self from some kind of wish, because you're getting a wish fulfillment. You know, destiny has some kind of wish in store for you. We have destiny. We have karma. So in spite of these sorrows and these regrets and these disappointments that you will be gaining clarity over, Pisces, there is so much good on the table here for you. So thank you so much, Pisces, for listening and watching. If this resonated and you'd like a personal reading, look for my description box. I have my email there. I am doing monthly readings now, so if you would like an overlook of the entire January for you, or March, or February, I am doing that. Just let me know that you like a monthly reading and we can do it that way. It's something I'm offering that's new, so I thought I'd mention it. Other than that, guys, have a great month, Pisces. Hopefully there were some good messages here for you. Cycles are ending, my friends, and there's a lot of newness, specifically emotion and love, that is coming in, okay? I'll talk to you guys in February. Bye.